Okay, well, I'm gonna go and open up to you guys a little bit. There, I don't think I've ever actually explained this really in great detail. I think I did a few years ago. I don't think I've ever really explained into great detail about these movies. My history with them at least. Yeah, so, I used to watch these movies all the time. Whenever I was little, I used to, watch these, Alvin and Chipmunks movies, these live action ones, not the classic ones. I don't think I've actually seen the classic ones. I should actually go back and watch those because those are actually pretty good. I've heard a lot of good things about those. But these live action Chipmunks movies, huh? These live action Chipmunks movies, liked the first one, I think. I was okay with it. It was fine. Second one, I'd have to rewatch most of them, definitely. I'd have to rewatch all of them because I think every single one of them for right now, as much as my opinion is right now, they're all pretty decent. They're not like awful. They're not awful movies. I don't think I'm ever gonna call them an awful movie, just because I just don't really see anything wrong with them. That's really not too like it's kids, you know what I mean? It's kids, like it's just whatever, have a lot of nerve saying that for literally posting how many Loud House and Casa Grande's reviews in like the past few weeks. But anyways, the Chipmunks though, Alvin and Chipmunks specifically, Road Trip, this one. Yeah, I actually haven't seen this one yet. I kind of I remember reacting to trailers and stuff, and I was just like, Chipmunks, I kind of outgrew them. And I was just like, yeah, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and not watch this movie. And then tonight, this is completely unplanned. I had no plan to do this because just tonight, I saw it on YouTube Movies, and I was like, you know what? I think it's about time. So, dropped $4 to rent it real quick and watched it, get a good review out of it. And honestly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It actually wasn't bad, which was very surprising to me. I'm going to tell you why. I have a few gripes with this movie. I'm not going to go into too much detail about the plot and stuff. It's pretty much just Miles and the Chipmunks all think that Dave is gonna propose to this lady and stuff, and they're trying to stop him from proposing to her or whatever. It's just a wild goose chase of them trying to go all the way to Miami and stuff to try and stop him from proposing to her or something. Because apparently Miles a bully and they don't want him to be their brother, that sort of thing. And, it just kind of goes off from there, and that's kind of what the entire movie kind of focuses on, really, for the most part. The first part was awful. Great start. The first part was awful. I didn't like the first part. I thought the first part was pretty annoying. I thought it was dumb. The juicy wiggle, like, what? Really? Like, why? Really? Like, it made me miss the fucking, like, you have a bad day, you take one down. It made me miss that from the first movie. Like, that's how bad that was. It was awful. So, first impressions were awful right off the gate, which I immediately thought, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, this is, ugh. But then here's the thing that it's kind of a little bit of a different opinion to a lot of people, because I know a lot of people think that the chipmunk designs from the first three movies were awful, or they think that they were too weird and too awful. I would say that these, I mean, although they did grow on me throughout the entire movie, the first scene especially, I started to notice the animation change, let's make them actually look more like cartoon animals rather than real. It would look really, really strange to me. I was kind of put off by that, I won't lie to you. I definitely was like, damn, I never thought I'd say this, but I kind of wanted the old designs. It was actually really, really strange looking. But it grew on me, like I said, but it's still weird looking. It's still strange. It's like they have fur, but they're cartoon. It was really, really weird. There was this like air marshal in the entire movie. I forgot his name. That's how stupid he was, and that's how forgettable and annoying he was. I didn't like him. I did not like him at all. And it wasn't like, oh, he was a great villain because I didn't like. No, I did not like him at all. no offense to the actor, I don't think it's really his fault. I think it's the direction of the director's fault, or whoever was directing the acting. He just seems way too over enthusiastic and just overreacts a lot. Like, oh, I am a air marshal. Like, that's seriously what he sounded like. It was bad. It wasn't great. It wasn't pleasant to watch. I definitely wanted David Cross back. Oh my god, for sure I wanted David Cross back. He played Ian Hawke in the first three live actions. Fantastic job by him to do that character. Fantastic. But this dude, awful. He is no Ian Hawke by any means and any stretch of the word. He is just ugh. Regardless, let's go and talk about something positive, I guess. There's some good jokes in this movie. There's some decent ones. This movie I would kind of recommend to I don't know if I would recommend anyone to see it, mainly partially because I personally just wanted to watch it because, well, I knew the old movies, and I was just like, well, I'll just watch it because I've already seen the first three. Might as well finish off the fourth because I don't think they're gonna make more. I really don't think they're making more. I think this is the last movie. I really do think this is the last movie. I think that's personally what I'm gonna believe, especially the ending. That kind of gives you an idea of it's probably gonna be the last movie, most likely. But we'll have to wait and see, I guess, whatever they come up with next for a damn chip related one. By the way, road chip. By the way, there wasn't really too much of a road chip in this movie. I was kind of expecting like an actual like road trip, like actually like a road trip with a car, but really in the last half of the movie, that's what it is. At least Shipwrecked was a lot more, hey, okay, here's a ship and it's wrecked. Shipwrecked. Like there was a lot more different things, but I guess even then it really wasn't a shipwreck if you want to think about it. It was just them flying off the boat. That's it. It wasn't a bad plot by any means. There were some good funny moments. One of them was the airport scene with Miles getting checked at the airport and stuff, going through the metal detectors and stuff with the backpack and stuff, and how the good dude was like, there's a weird X-ray in there, and it's Alvin. He's in his backpack or whatever, and he has to pull him out, and he's like, oh, it's just a Alvin plush, and he grabs Alvin, and he grabs him, motherfucker, and Alvin tries his absolute hardest to like stay as a like plush and stuff, and like the entire time, because Miles is like bullying them the entire movie, like almost like half of the movie there he's bullying them and stuff because he has to kind of drive the plot forward a little bit, at least a little. And so he's like banging him on the damn table. He's like twisting his neck, you got this. Oh yeah, it's very flexible. You got this and you got that. I thought that was awesome. Oh, I can make him do a split. It was just really stupid, really really funny, really really stupid. It was kind of good. There was a lot of things like that. I'm just going off of more things I could say that are positive. The Uptown Funk part is pretty good. I thought that was pretty good. I did hear about that part. I did hear about the part with New Orleans and stuff, and the trumpets and stuff as they're doing Uptown Funk. I did hear about that, and I heard that was actually pretty good sounding. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. The trumpets really help it, to kind of escalate the sound and stuff, and really it's a vibe. It's not bad. It's a vibe. It's not bad. I'm trying to think of any other like negatives I can think of. I don't really think of anything. I just kind of see like maybe the movie is kind of just like a drag a little bit. There's a few parts where it does seem kind of draggy and it does drag on for far too long. The air guy or the air marshal guy, whatever the fuck he is, he's stupid. Whatever. I hate him. and he was in majority of this movie, and he was not great. He was not good. There was a lot of stupid little scenes here and there. There was some stupid parts, just a little, I guess, just faltered in there. The mini golf scene was okay, I guess. There's a lot of, it's a mixed bag, this movie. It's a mixed bag. It's probably gonna be average, or maybe even just above average. Around there. I would say around there. But this movie does end pretty well. It has a terrible start with a terrible song, but it has a really good ending with a really, really good song. And it's not one, surprisingly, that you'd hear in 2015. It wasn't one that was made by previous artists. No, apparently they made their own song for the movie. I didn't know that the Chipmunks could even do that. I didn't know the Chipmunks could make their own songs. That's amazing. They should do that more. But yeah, it wasn't bad. There was some rap. There was some good music and stuff, and it was, by all accounts, a vibe. It was okay. It was good. It was decent. I actually kind of enjoyed it. It was, by the end of it, I was quite into it. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. They actually did a damn good thing. And I won't lie to you, although it was very slow, I did applaud it. It wasn't bad. I applauded the people for making the song. It wasn't bad. Like I said, just a light little applause. But I guess anything that makes me do that is pretty damn good. So there are some bright spots to this movie. There's some bright spots, but they're very few and far in between. There's probably a good, like, 4, maybe, like, 3, maybe 5 different things I could really think of off the top of my head that I didn't really mention that I could possibly mention. But they're really, really small. It's just like a bunch of jokes. Like, oh, here's this part. It was kind of funny and stuff. It made me laugh, you know, that sort of thing. I guess the question is, was it worth $3? Or was it worth $4, I guess, is probably the best question. And yeah, it was. It was worth $4. I could definitely see it being worth $4. Decent. It was okay. It was a lot better than I expected. And, yeah. Alvin and the Chipmunks Road Trip is a very interesting movie. Because it's bright, it has bright spots, it has hope of being a damn good movie, but it also has low spots, like the air marshal guy, and maybe if you want to count the models as something bad, there you go, maybe the beginning part 2, that's another one. There's a lot of low points, but there's also some pretty good high ones, and for that, I think I'm just going to give this an above average. It's not awful. It's not average. It's not decent. It's just above average. It's not an amazing film, but hey, if you want to go out, watch it, kind of like me, where, you know, hey, I watched all the other ones, let's go watch this one, do it. I wouldn't really blame you. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and awesome. And of course, guys, I'll see you guys when I say you. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye, everybody. See you guys soon. Take care, everyone.